Welcome back to Thy Night Plays Stardew Valley Expanded. I realized that with our hops being done, we actually are able to put them into the community center. So we're going to take these 5 hops that we just harvested and put them straight in there. But we also got mail. You got mail. To Farmer Dan, my knee's acting up. You know what helps? Rubbing the thing with hot peppers. My supplies run dry though, unfortunately. So if you've got some, I would be willing to pay off the big bucks. So we're going to help George eventually with a pepper. I'm pretty sure we have peppers. Do we have any peppers? Do we have a pepper for George? They would be in the summer crops. We have a pepper for George. We can just hop, skip, and a jump right into town and give George a pepper. And we can put these in the wild medicine bundle while we're over there, and everything will be hunky-dory. But I want to do the tiny bit of watering that we have left for these stupid hop crops. Everything else is already good to go. Isn't that fantastic? Let's get more gold though. We need to put a little bit more gold in our ovens. At some point I made 2 extra ones and I put them outside just to have everything in one place. So that's why they're out there. That's a tiny change and I'm pretty sure I made between episodes. But they're good for right now. Yeah, we can start off today by going straight into town, delivering this pepper, and digging up these clovers. Oh my goodness gracious, clay! We're going to need a bunch of clay eventually. Knee therapy, fantastic. We can deal with that. So we are looking pretty good on the money front, and once our coop is built, then we can build a barn, and then whatever money we have left, we have to wait until 8 o'clock for this to open. Alright, well, we can pet the doggo Dusty. Dusty! Ah, Dusty many pets. Oh, Dusty, good boy. Let's raid the trash cans of people. Maybe we'll get a nice hat. Oh, Alex, why did you have to walk out right now? I could give you some dirt. No, I don't want to risk anymore. The house is open, so George, Pepper, have it. Took you long. I literally read your notice. You asked me for help, George. You're the one who came to me for peppers. And I came as soon as you opened your door. Literally, as soon as your son unlocked the door, I was like, pepper delivery. Ungrateful old man. Thankless. That's what the job of a farmer is. It's a thankless work. Alright. The community center. I forgot about that. Hello, Claire. How are you today? Can't say that I know too much about Pelican Town. Yeah, you're only ever here to work your dead-end Jojo Mart job. It's a living. Well, yeah, it's a living that everyone is dead inside. I would never want to work for Jojo. I've worked that gig for too long. Too hard for too long. I know exactly what it's about. Wild medicine is, Greenhouse, I believe, up here at the top. We definitely want to put them in here. No, that's Artisan. Fish farmer market. It's the bridge then, all the way down here. What do we still need for this? Just a bunch of fall foraging and winter foraging. That'll take not but a moment once those winter seasons and fall seasons come about. But that is the hops. Speaking of the fall seasons, there's only this episode and next episode left of summer. There's only 2 episodes left of summer seasons. Ooh, we get a cutscene. The fountain is stunning today. Do we get a conversation with Demetrius? Hello. Hello, Demetrius. Good morning. How's your fountain observing? Hi, Din. The weather is astonishing, wouldn't you say? It is beautiful outside today. Gorgeous. Did you know this fountain is 30 years old? I was there when they were renovating this little patch of ground to install it. It's maintained and repaired by a technician from Grampleton. I have heard about such a place, but I have never visited myself. Are you making progress cultivating your farm? I haven't visited it since you allowed me to set up my experiment in the cave, which I'm still thankful for. Oh, trust me, those fruit bats have been invaluable. They fetched me an apple from the great beyond. It is a relic of ectoplasmic origins, and it's delicious, even though I haven't eaten it. It's kind of just sat in my chest in my house, kind of just gathering dust at the moment. It never rots or goes bad, so I'm kind of just waiting to see what can be done with it. Maybe I can use it for like alternative energy. Robin constructs the buildings. I was looking into crafting sprinklers to automate. I mean, I have. I mean, I have been looking in for the sprinkler. That has been something. Robin is only just now getting to construct buildings. I invested in a coop, so there's that, and a barn is going to come up eventually. But yeah, sprinklers, that's all on me. That's a smart idea. Automating the process should save you time and energy. Far more importantly, the energy. I don't mind investing the time in the sprinklers. It's just the energy is the biggest thing. And I don't want to travel all the way up to the top of a mountain to visit the local hot spring. Even though, because it's on the top of a mountain, it's not really local. It's kind of really out of the way. And the only people who make use of it are Susan and Linus. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the only way Susan can get a bath before Joja cleared up their rock slides. It's idle gossip. Yeah, I am doing fine out here in Stardew Valley. Owning a farm is a lot of work and maybe overwhelming at times. No, I enjoy it quite a bit. It is so easy to get up at 6 a.m. every day and water the crops for 4 hours, which is the driving factor about making sprinklers. Speaking of the valley, would you help me overthrow Lewis's dictatorial leadership, quote unquote? Do you know where the valley gets its names? Because of Stardew. Space stuff? No, I have no idea. You tried to guess at least. Well, points. A for effort, points for trying. Dude, failing grade though. You had one question, you got it wrong. That's a 0 out of 1, my friend. 1,000 years ago, a huge meteor shower periodically bombarded this specific area of the Ferngill Republic. It's a very good thing that stopped all those years ago, or else we wouldn't have a town. Of course, back then the Republic didn't exist yet. Well, not that you know of. I mean, there's always those conspiracy theorists who are always like, did it though? Did it really not exist? Maybe they were the ones who bought the meteors and threw it at the valley. Yeah, no, Din, that's hogwash. The meteors were so plentiful that their trails looked like fiber stretching across the sky. That's a weird analogy, but I'll roll with it. The meteorites looked like tiny drops on the trails, like morning dew on a spiderweb. So our ancestors called those showers the silk dew of the stars. That seems like a nonsense name for people 1,000 years. Well, what do I know? I wasn't there. Maybe they were very well-worded 1,000-year-old individuals. When the Ferngill Republic was first established 150 years ago, the Admission Union named this valley Stardew in honor of our ancestors. Have you ever wondered why your crops are always healthy, or why they're so easily bear high-quality produce? It's because I am a farmer of the highest caliber of skills and produce only the finest of crops because of my extremely high quality fertilizers and automation processes. That is the reason. It's because of the meteor shower. No, it really isn't. It's because I am a god of farming. The soil in the valley is very fertile. It has an abundance of nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Wow, those are all elements. There's also a high concentration of mineral present in the soil, including zinc, manganese, boron, iron, sulfur, cobalt, copper, magnesium, and so on. See, if I was the author of this particular text box, I would have picked elements that spelled out something hilarious when you take their periodic table of element abbreviation. Something like, I have no idea. There are bountiful options, but something hilarious, I'm sure. You can grow just about anything with ease thanks to the fertile soil. It's the reason so many farmers have established their livelihoods in Stardew Valley. There's like me, I'm the only farmer here. I mean, Marnie has a crop of melons, and then Susan's got a farmer, and Sophia, and Andy, and Gunther has a little community plot, and Pierre has one. Okay, a lot of people have actually made livelihoods in farming in Stardew. But I have the biggest farm. I am the best because my farm is bigger than anyone else's. I learned something new, thank you. I love gossiping with the people. I'm happy to know you know more about the valley and where you live. The combined efforts of science and history have made Stardew Valley a fascinating place. I'm sure you and Gunther have very interesting conversations about history, like why there's abundance of rusty spoons everywhere in the dirt. Those meteors were very hungry, and they had ancient meteor spoons they ate their meteor soup with. Oh, look at the time. I didn't mean to keep you so long. I'll let you get back to whatever errands you were running. I was dropping off hops in the center because apparently I can bribe forest spirits with pre-made alcoholic hops. And they'd be like, oh man, these are high quality hops, bro. We can totally build you a bridge in payment. You have a fantastic day too, Demetrius. I'm glad we had this conversation. Where are we? Okay, what were we doing? I'm completely lost. Hello, Demetrius. I have flowers. Would you like a flower? You can have this flower. Thank you. This is a very interesting specimen. And one for Maru. Everyone gets... Oh, that might be Susan. Are you Susan? You are Susan. You look like Maru. If you lived by the railroad long enough, nothing wakes you up in the middle of the night. I can see that being both a benefit and a detriment. Because imagine if you were getting robbed by raccoon people. Then they'd be like, oh, man. They could steal all your trash, and you wouldn't even know it. Where are we going? What are we doing today? We need to go to the beach and check out if there are any cockles. We need to find a beach cockle eventually. We still don't have one of those, and I genuinely can't believe that we still don't have a stupid cockle. Because while I do now have the money to invest in crab pots if I wanted to, I really don't want to invest in crab pots, because that's a lot of money. Ooh, a palm fossil. I wonder if I can... Oh, and some rocks. And sand dollars. There's a lot of stuff on the beach today. I still wonder where these stupid cockles are, because we played this entire game and not a single one of them. Have we always been able to walk on these puddles? I feel like that's something from Expanded, because I distinctly remember not being able to walk through those and it being an inconvenience a lot of the time. Do we have these in the museum? We can give that to Gunther, and we can give that to Gunther. We might as well make a pit stop at Gunther and just offload all of these things. Because unfortunately, there is still no cockle. Here, do you want a piece of coral? Thanks. I make up for rooting around in the trash. You can have the thing. Oh, I might as well give... Here, Flint, Victor. Have the... yeah, it's a great gesture. A gesture of goodwill. And Haley, you can have this clamshell. I love presents. Oh, you're so welcome. I like the way you're doing your hair this season. If you stay in the sun a lot, it'll make your hair lighter. Wow, you must never leave the sun with how blonde your hair is. What a marvelous strategy. It's amazing. Lewis, do you want a sand dollar? Can I pay my taxes in sand dollars? Very nice of you. Oh, you're so welcome. That's what I do for this community. I give presents to everyone as I see it, that they could have just as easily picked up by themselves. But, you know, that's just the way of things. Ooh, a new reward. That's fantastic. Only one, though. What did we get? Pumpkin seeds. That's actually very useful because the fall months are coming up very quickly upon us. Episode after next. I cannot wait. Oh, and sweet peas. I love the sweet pea. It's just good for foraging. What is our levels looking? 6, 7, 8, 7, 6. It's like a pyramid. I'm pretty sure we're close enough. We need to get farming up to level 9. That's when we get our seed makers. And if we can get that, if we can make that a reality, oh boy, that'll be fantastic. So, what do I want to do for the rest of the day? I don't expect a lot of cutscenes. That's the word. Oh, actually, I want to try something, because I was looking around the internet for a hot minute, because there was a long-standing question that I've had about one particular aspect about this game. If you remember, way back in the beginning of the game, when we got a sprinkler, a quality sprinkler as a gift from Sophia, she said that we could order more from her ledger. And I was just like, why isn't it working? It's not working. I can't buy anything from the ledger. So it's only just recently that I've learned that it's almost certainly because I've been playing on a controller. If I can just move my mouse with the controller, I can click on it and get access to her ledger. Blue Moon wine, aged $28,000. That's a lot of luck, but Sophia's aged handcrafted wine from Blue Moon Vineyard. It comes in a prestigious basket ornamented with leaves, a shiny bow to wrap it all together. Makes a wonderful gift. I'm sure it's absolutely amazing, Sophia, but there's no way I can afford a $28,000 bottle of wine, no matter how amazing it is. And I probably wouldn't have been able to afford these sprinklers earlier on either if they're $4,000. It's interesting the fact that I now have access to that, but it's a bit late now that I can make my own, and I still don't have enough money for Blue Moon Vineyard aged quality wine. But it's nice to know that I now can just do that I figured out that particular long-standing question. Let's stop in, say hi to Andy, and give him a flower. Does Andy like flowers? If he's around. He's also growing hops. Hops, corn, and tomatoes. I wonder if he's in his house. No, I don't want to eat the sweet pea. He's not inside his house. Well, that's fine. You see, no one is ever where you want them to be. So in the last episode, if you remember, we did a bunch of lumberjacking in the woods. And that was fun because we got wood and we needed that for, copper. We don't need that for copper. We needed the wood for the barn. I want to check in at Robin's really quick. And, we should go to the secret woods as well. How is Robin doing? Our sturgeon pond is also done. Robin is hammering away at that coop, which is fantastic. Jelly. I'm pretty sure I can manage that at the very least. I mean, I wouldn't want to give up my blueberry jelly, but if I have to, I gladly would. All for the benefit of my sturgeon. No fruit. We need some exotic fruit. Bats, step up your game. We need, like, apples and oranges, peaches, cherries. That would be beyond fantastic. Oh, and the gold. Right, we have to also put them... Also take those, because we need a bunch of gold. I want to eventually convert all of our ores into bars, because especially for the iron bars, we need a metric butt ton of whatchamacallits. We need 50 iron bars, all for... They can go in there. Right, sand dollars, they're fantastic. We need 50 iron bars for our shed. Robin is like, oh, it's dying. It's so old and broken. And we're like, no. And she's like, yes, you can fix it though. And I'm like, really? And she's like, really? All you need is, what's the list? Grandpa's shed. Well, you need 150 hardwood, 600 stone, 50 iron bars, and 20 batteries. And we're like, we don't have batteries. We can't go to the store and buy batteries. We have to make our own. So by harnessing the power of lightning, we make batteries. But that's going to take a while. What am I doing? I have no idea. Today is a bit of an unhinged episode. It's one of those episodes. Wait, jelly. We got to get the jelly, and then we can go to the secret woods. And then we might go to the mine, because I need stuff. Oh, we need that for the Artisan bundle. We have lots of jelly. They're only worth 150 as a single thing, so we'll give one of the blueberry jellies to the sturgeons, because sturgeons should absolutely get a taste for blueberries. We will make it into their favorite treat. It matches the color of the water. That's fantastic. Jelly for the fish. Let's go to the secret woods, and then that'll wrap up this day. Not a lot is happening. Admittedly, a lot won't happen until fall. At the tail end of summer is just like, oh, it's a wrap up until fall comes. But until then, we'll just do our daily grind, going into the secret woods, get all of our hardwood from those stumps, and then we can go wrap up the day in the mine, killing dust sprites and getting extra iron. It'll be fantastic. Necessary, but fantastic. And when things are necessary and they're also fantastic, it's just doubly fantastic. It's necessarily fantastic. It's just a great experiment. Experiment? Oh, we're testing some unknown variables, people. No, I'm going to see you pretty much at the end of the day once we get our stuff from the mines. Who knows how long this will take. It'll probably not be as long as I would like, but I'll see you then when we're done anyway. Okay, so we're back from our trip into the mine, and we didn't walk away with a lot of stuff. We only got like 15 pieces of iron, a few pieces of coal, not a lot of extremely interesting stuff. We got an aquamarine, so there's that. Not too concerned about that particular item, but I'm fine either way with what we got. It's I didn't expect a lot of stuff going into it. The blue one. Do we have the blue one? Right, that's ready to go over there, which is a fine thing. What else? Anything else? Okay, that'll be it for Thursday. Tomorrow we can do another trip to the traveling cart. So there's that because it's a Friday. Definitely want to get that. Don't let it be raining. Okay, it's raining. That took a while, which is fine. I did not expect that. Tomorrow is going to be beautiful and sunny. Actually, raining is good. Is it storming today? Because if today is a stormy day, ooh, our honey is absolutely ready, and that's going into the center eventually, which is very good. And then we have the first run through of extra hops and some more blueberries. That means tomorrow even more blueberries are going to be growing, and that is fantastic, wonderful, and amazing. We definitely need as many blueberries as possible, and then we can just put the rest of these blueberries straight back into these tubs. Oh man, that was a perfect amount. 15 berries, 15 preserves jars. That's actually amazing. And with this thunderstorm, we get even more batteries, which is something that we absolutely need and want in abundance of. The faster we can get a lot of these batteries, the better. So we need 25 pieces of gold and 5 more pieces of coal, and we can get 5 more gold bars up and going. Yes, we definitely want lightning rods, so hopefully it doesn't destroy our ancient crops and our shrub, because as much as I like the shrub, ooh. Oh no, today is the last day, so 27th is going to be when the coop is done, which is fine. And then once we get the coop, we can go immediately get the barn. Hopefully that'll be done by either fall 1 or fall 2, and we can start with that. That will be fantastic. What does the ancient cart lady sell us? Hopefully it is duck mayonnaise. Duck mayonnaise. Do we need duck mayo? I don't think we need duck mayo. No, we don't need duck mayo. Garlic, kale, slime, fairy rose, pufferfish, rare seed, because we definitely want as many of those as possible. And by as many of those, I mean we want to go into fall with 4, because that's the max number that we'll be able to buy. Which again is what I expected and is fine with. I'm fine with it. Friday, not the best of luck days, but again, what can you do? I am thinking that we might just go back into the mines. I know that that's not the most exciting thing to do. And you're right, it's not an exciting thing to do, but it's a necessity because we need to get our combat level up, we need more iron, and we need dust sprites, because if we can go into year 2, I think the goal with winter will actually be to get the dust sprite count up high enough to get all of those, whatever this once was. It's in ruins now, not for much longer. Winter will probably be the time when a lot of combat stuff in the mines happen, because who knows, in Stardew Valley Expanded there might be a bunch of extra stuff that happens in winter, and I just have no idea if that's the case. And if it is, I can't wait to show it off and experience it. But if there is, again, no idea, because blind playthrough, never done this before. And I genuinely can't wait if that is the case. So if there is, I will wait with bated breath for another entire month, but who knows? Because it seems like, based on what I've seen from like my own episodes and content, it's about 12 episodes a season, give or take. Because I know there was 12 episodes in spring, and I think there's going to be a total of 12 in summer. I think that's just the way the timeline works out. Well, it's worked out for like the past 2 seasons of the only 2 seasons that we've done. But either way, if there is 12 episodes, that's 12 days. Or well, 24, because the series is every other day, which is ultimately fine. So we'd be waiting both a month in-game and out of game. A shrub seed. We'll need a bunch of those eventually, because I do plan on turning the Belal berries into shrub seeds. Presumably they're they work that way with the seed makers. I would be kind of shocked and disappointed if they didn't. But the plan for the greenhouse, when we eventually get that, is to do a little section for balal berries, because I think that's an interesting crop to do. And ancient fruit, of course, we want ancient fruit, because that's just one of the biggest big ticket items we can get in Stardew Valley, which is absolutely amazing. You know what? We might do a bit of fishing today in, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go check out the beach today, because I definitely want to check if there are any cockles. Lost book. And then I think today might be half fishing, half mining, because I do want ultimately to get as much experience for a bunch of different stuff as possible. I want to get the EXP up to level, everything, all my skills, I should say, up to level 10 as quick as possible. And normally, I lag behind on fishing quite a bit. Fishing and combat. Combat is really like a passive thing for me. It happens just when it happens, and I really don't go out of my way to do it. It happens when I try and go for the Adventurer Guild goals. But fishing is something that always lags behind, and farming is going to shoot up and fall. Everything else, foraging and mining, everything is really passive unless I make an attempt to go out for it. So I think today is going to be maybe like half fishing, half mining, which will be boring, but these last few days of summer, as I said once before and will continue to reiterate, are a bit boring. But as I've said also a bunch of times, things will pick up and fall. I can promise you that. Once we get cranberries and pumpkins, everything is going to go crazy, because by that point we will absolutely have level 9 farming. We can get our seed makers. We can grow a bunch of different crops all in the greenhouse. Everything is going to go ballistic once we get access to a bunch of that stuff, which is the ultimate short-term goal. That's the word. So I'm going to put this stuff away. I'm going to do some fishing, and then I'm going to go into the mines, and then we'll see what happens from there. And I will show you guys, of course, anything interesting that happens, because that is what everyone wants to do and watch and see. They want to see the interesting stuff. They don't want to see the boring stuff. Watering your crops, who wants to see that? We're going to fish in the ancient woods after... No, we can go check the beach. We'll check the beach before we head off to the mines. Oh, I do love the sound of that, as long as it's not destroying my crops. Either way, time for fishing. Hopefully something interesting happens. If not, we'll probably just get a bunch of wood skips. Oh, a wall basket. That's fantastic. That is a secret item you can get in the secret woods. Secretly, of course. I'm going to give up fishing immediately on the wall baskets. Not the wall baskets, the secret wood. It's just a bust. The catfish that you can get in here are pretty interesting. Good for experience and money, but I don't want to dedicate time because they're difficult-ish to catch. I'm going to actually go down here into the Cindersnap Forest. There's a little area of water that we can get some fishing going on down there, and then we can see if there's any new expanded fish down here, because this is, I believe, an area of expanded that we have not checked out basically anything at all. So I'm going to do some fishing down here, actually. Probably won't get to mining today, which is ultimately fine. It's going to happen eventually, as I said, but fishing down here, we'll see if there's anything interesting in this particular body of water. Who knows? We got a catfish and a wall basket, but one may only hope that there's new fish in new areas that we have not been to before. So if there are, I will see you there, of course. But yeah, it's 5:30. We're definitely not going to the mines. Before I cut, though, let's see what this fish is. It looks easy enough to catch. Will it be perfect? It will be perfect. What is it? Oh, it's a largemouth bass. Well, I'm fine with largemouth basses. But if there is anything new, you will be the first to see, I can promise. Even though there's a bunch of lightning. Hopefully it doesn't strike the river and kill all the fish. That would be... Well, it would make it easier to get, that's for certain. Oh, this one's a difficult one. I'll show you this one as well. If I can catch it, of course. I lost one catfish in the secret woods, but this one might be a bit easier. Maybe it's a shad, or maybe it's a largemouth bass, or a sturgeon. I don't know. Could be anything. Oh, come on, please, please. Oh, don't play this game with me. I hate it. What is it? Oh, it's a Dorado. That's a new fish for us. A fierce carnivore with bright orange scales. It's not worth a lot, but it is a new fish for us, so Dorado it is. If there's anything else that's new or interesting, now we'll cut ahead and right to it. More catfish, lovely. Ooh, this is a new one. A bull trout. That is a fish that prefers cold rivers and lakes with gravel beds. How interesting. That is, of course, a new expanded fish. Bull trouts. Interesting. Well, we're keeping that one for sure. And we're also continuing to fish. Got a treasure chest from this catfish, so let's see what's in this treasure chest. There is a jade and a nautilus fossil. Interesting. We already have both of those, so... Well, it's interesting. A good EXP from the chest, not necessarily from anything else. The jades are good. We can put those in a duplicator crystallarium and get staircases, but stuff for the future. We're going to continue to fish. Another chest from this fish. This catfish is also giving us a treasure. A geode. Well, it can go back in the lake because we have a bunch of geodes already. We're going to continue fishing, of course, again, as always. Oh boy, newspaper. I love it. Right back into the pond, please. Okay, so that wraps up our fishing bonanza extravaganza. We're going to make our way back to the farm. And our haul, besides those two chests, we didn't really get anything super duper interesting. We got one largemouth bass, the Dorado, some catfish, the bullheads, a bunch of forage that we're still getting. I turned all my forage into... Ooh, the chances of us getting back to the farm are non-existent. It is way too slow, and I have no idea where we're going, and I can't see where we're going, and it's 1:20, and we're going to pass out in the forest. Oh, I really hope someone with benevolent interests finds our body and doesn't take too much money from us. Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to pass out. Get as many resources as possible in that case. Oh, we're going to... Did we level up at least? No, nothing leveled up, so our energy penalty is going to be a massive thing. Either way, get the sweet peas. Hopefully we can... it's close, it's close. Get rid of the fiber and hopefully pick up the sweet pea before we pass out. No, I want the sweet pea. We can get rid of nothing. Oh, wait. Yes, sweet pea, fantastic. And we passed out. Okay, so we're going to end that episode off there. And, well, short little preview. What's tomorrow looking like? Oh no, who knows? It could be anything that happens today. So, whether you watched it for 30 seconds or the entire thing, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time where we find out what that sound was on our map. See you later.